I'm Ashish Lamba, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering at USM, and we are at the Maker Innovation Studio, or MIST, in the Portland campus, which is a facility which helps USM students with realizing their dreams and also helps the community in the area with their prototyping needs. As the COVID-19 situation was getting really bad around the country, we were approached by healthcare professionals from the area to kind of see if we could manufacture PPE. So those will be masks and face shields for them, just in case they start running out. And then what happened last week was we found out that in one of the big cities outside the state, they had a dire need for face shields. So they were like, can you send us 20 face shields in like less than 2 days? And that's when we got together. I asked my lasers and materials engineering research group last week in our meeting if we could have any volunteers to help realize that project.
My name's Daniel Madison St. Peter, mechanical engineer with a double minor in mathematics and electrical engineering.
Yeah, I'm Berkeley. I am a junior here in mechanical engineering.
And Dan in Berkeley stood up and said yes, they wanted to help out.
Basically, he had asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said yes, and then it was that day he was like, hey, I need this done now.
3D printing community is playing a huge role in creating these all over the country and all over the world. And I knew we had this resource here at USM, and I volunteered to help get it up and running to solve this problem.
After we kind of more or less came up with the blueprints and kind of modified it a little bit to what our needs were, we started 3D printing.
This was the face shield that we printed and sent out, and this is an open source design from this 3D printing company called Prusa. And we had the material in-house to print these headbands, but we didn't have this plastic shielding material. Well, there's a local company called TPNE, which is Thermoform Plastics New England. They're in Biddeford, and they are trying to mass produce these, but they wanted to assess their designs. So we helped them out printing their designs, and then they helped us out with this shield materials. From Wednesday night last week to Friday morning, we pretty much were here all the time printing, and we produced 28 face shields. Yeah, and we shipped 20 of those out. We sent the shields out to the hospital. Many of them emailed me, thanking me and calling me a guardian angel and stuff like that. It was very humbling to receive their thank you. And it couldn't have been possible to do that last week without the support of the surrounding community. Face masks, they're a much bigger challenge because they have to be much more to spec than face shields do. We're trying to see if we can 3D print masks. We're also trying to see if we can more efficiently 3D print these face shields, maybe cut some material out and cut the time out to do that. And then we're looking at the next step to looking into mass producing facilities. We have a thermoformer downstairs, which is basically used for thermoforming of food packaging and things like that. And that will speed up production pretty quickly if we can figure that out. So that's another thing that we're doing.
Honestly, the people that should be famous are the people in the healthcare industry and the people at the grocery store. They're the people that are actually on the front lines. I'm glad to be able to be, helping with this, but it's those people that are doing the hard work.